Last week, Diarmuid Gavin soaked up the madness of Tokyo. This week, he's seeing a more traditional side of Japan in Kyoto and on Mount Fuji.
I've escaped Tokyo and I've come to the mountains in Hakone, just a few hours from the city. I'm hoping to catch a glimpse of Japan's most famous landmark and icon, Mount Fuji.
The volcanic activity has ravaged the mountainside below. You can see why the locals call it Hell Valley.
And this is what I'd been hoping to see. There's a saying in Japan that the mountain can be quite shy, and he is being today. But luckily, there's lots of other great things around here to see. Very dramatic with the steam rising through these mountains here, and it's coming from the water which emerges from the earth at 150 degrees centigrade and smells of rotten eggs because they're sulphur pools.
And in these sulphur pools you'll find a strange local delicacy.
The eggs have been cooked in the sulphur pools and therefore so black. If I eat this, I'll get 7 years extra of my life. And because I've had to do this 3 times because I kept getting it wrong, I've 21 years. This lake used to be a volcanic crater itself, and now, of course, it's a big tourist attraction, complete with plastic pirate ships. I'm now crossing Lake Ashi, and it is incredibly beautiful, really gorgeous, but strangely familiar. It's almost like being in Killarney.
I'm leaving this part of Japan now, and I'm going to a place that I've wanted to visit all my life. Japan's ancient capital and cultural center, Kyoto. Here you'll find the finest Japanese gardens in the world, so it's almost like a pilgrimage for me. It also has an incredible 1,600 temples. This one is called Kiyomizu.
The translation of Kiyomizu is pure water, and the ritual here is that you wash your hands before you go in the temple and your mouth to purify yourself. It's a wonderful place. It's majestic but not overawing. Great to see it full of tourists who are, you know, school children and visitors laughing and joking. And yet occasionally they'll stop by a shrine and they'll bow and they'll light some incense. So there's little areas for devotion. The feeling is very relaxed, and I'm enjoying myself hugely.
Diarmuid.
I've come to this quite formal restaurant to experience kaiseki, which is the local cuisine based on the tea ceremony. So I've no idea what to expect, slightly intimidated. It tastes lethal. Very strong, is it?
Yes. This is a fish. It's like an eel.
This is why I go hungry in Japan, because I have to use chopsticks. And this is?
This is the sea eel.
You're big on fish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win this one. Eating this way is about the taste and really thinking about the taste of food. It's not about eating lots and lots. It's the experience of well prepared. And this is radish with sauce.
Yes.
Oops.
With miso.
Everybody turn around and don't look at me. It's very embarrassing. This type of traditional dining experience is about actually meditation and perfection. Everything here has been beautiful. An amazing experience. When I was a kid, age about 15, I got into the whole notion of Japanese gardens. I became fascinated by them. And this garden here, I'd see it in pictures, in books, everywhere, and I became intrigued by it. It was created by a gardener artist over 500 years ago. It's in the roan-ji temple in Kyoto, and it's the ultimate in Japanese rock gardening. It's very simple. There's 15 rocks arranged to represent the natural landscape in a sea of gravel in a courtyard. And the idea is to dwell on the different elements, but then you get lost within that and your mind seems to fly around the garden. There are 15 stones, but from any angle you only ever see 14. And all these years later, 25 years later, it's extraordinary to be here. If you're in Japan, a visit to Kyoto is quite simply a must. It's a fantastic place. It's summed up, I think, in the people. They're patient, they're cultured. And all this comes out in their culture, in their food, in their architecture, and in their gardens. I've had an amazing time here. I've only been here for a few days, but I know I'll be back.
Discover Holidays by Can America are offering a package to Japan. This includes 4 nights in Tokyo, 1 night in Mount Fuji's Hakone, 4 nights in Kyoto, all with guided tours from €1,969. For flight-only information, Aer Lingus fly from Dublin to London or Paris from €20. From there, Japan Airlines fly via London and Paris to Tokyo and Osaka from €754. The Lake Ashi sightseeing boat cruise is from €7. For more information on what was featured tonight or travelling to Japan in general, contact the National Tourist Organisation.